Hi, this is a response video to René's contest. René from the VC. How you doing? Yeah, it's about the back catalog that you have. That you haven't been able to get to yet. And mine's kind of piling up. It's not really all that bad, but I'm getting there, so it's a perfect time actually. I just got back from a festival. This one, Sweden Rock. It's not really my type of festival. Whatever. I went there with my wife to be actually, and we had a pretty good time at it. Yeah. And not only did we have a good time, but we spent a lot of money. Yeah, and I thought I show you not only what I got, but actually what she got too. So I thought I would start with that. And it started with a killer one because I have actually heard this band before. My dad used to have them like in his vinyl collection way back in the day. So yeah, this is Triumph. Surveillance. Is it? Yeah, it is. And I've heard this one before, obviously, but I was on vinyl way back in the day, like early '90s or something. Yeah, and I really like it. So we got it for a good deal, and she got it for a good deal. I'm sorry, but it's really cool though, really cool. And next up is a band that I'm not that into. She is, well, kind of. She wondered if oh, do you think I would like this? I'm like, yeah, you probably will. She's a bit more into glam metal and AOR and stuff like that. I'm not really, but hey, good music is good music, right? So this is Winger. I don't know if you can tell right there. Killer goddamn cover though. It's really good. In the Heart of the Young, whatever that means. I do believe that this is the second album. I have no idea what I'm talking about really. I haven't looked this up or anything. It is though an original pressing, so that's cool. I guess. It's the back right there. Yeah, and a couple of days ago, I was down at a local pawn shop actually, and I found a record for Sheep, and I love the cover. When I saw that, I was like, dude, that's got to be at least something akin to metal, right? Yeah, that was Railway. I've never heard these guys before. Okay, it was really cool. That's the back of it. So have actually heard this one. I've spun this one at home a lot of times right now. Really cool. The reason I'm bringing this up is what's the inside? The reason I'm bringing this up is because she found this one down there. Climax, I believe it's, yeah, Climax. Look at that damn cover. How fucking awesome is that? Look at those, orange earbuds and stuff like it screams 80s. I love this. If you haven't heard Railway though, they sound a bit like if you combine like ACDC and Accept and you sprinkle some Judas Priest on top of there. Can't miss really. I'd say give this a go because we got this one for Sheep. Again, I say we. I don't know. She got it, but I'm gonna listen to the hell out of it. Next up, though, it's a band that I've listened to them for a long time because they've been on people's mixtapes and whatever and just recommendations all over. Canadian band, I believe. They're called Sacrifice. I recently bought this myself. This is the new one, I believe, the newer one. Released 2010 by Cyclone Empire. But yeah, really cool. I've heard this one before, obviously, but I really dig this. Okay, now while I was down there, I found this one. This is like a demo compilation, B-sides and EPs and stuff like that on there. Look at that damn track list. Really fucking cool. And I believe this is the original pressing as well. The guy told me so, at least. But hey, I trust him, and it didn't cost me all that much. I don't care. I really don't, because this is really fucking awesome. What I've heard is on YouTube and stuff, and it sounds fucking killer. So I can't wait for this. Yeah. So last year I didn't go to Sweden Rock, but my wife did, right? Because busy with work or whatever. And she found this for me. This is Attack, The Secret Place. really good album. It has a lot of like progressive elements to it, and it's all around a great record. And the reason I'm bringing this one up is because I found this one. It was a compilation record by Mighty Monster Records. Never heard of them before, but hey, whatever. Yeah, and it has a lot of really good records on it, really good songs on here. From way back, way back in the day. So I've actually heard Destiny's Award before. A couple of years ago, a friend of mine had it at home on vinyl, and it sounded fucking killer. But this is not really one of those well-known bands, at least not in Sweden where I live. So, kind of hard to get a hold of. So when I saw the compilation and then for cheap, I grabbed it like nobody's business. All right. So I can't wait for this. I've actually heard like 2 songs off here just to make sure that it wasn't like an empty bootleg or something. Because again, I never heard of the label right there. You can see it, but Mighty Monster Records. So, yeah, sounded good though. Then actually, a couple of videos back, René made a video about a band called Hittin'. There we go. And I thought, like he recommended it and said it sounded like Enforcer and stuff like that, and I was like, cool, I'm in. Bought this one, kill record, and then while I was down there, I saw this one, which is another tip from René, Iron Curtain, yeah, with Jaguar Spirits, in a slipcase kind of deal. I don't know if that's the way it originally came. I don't know. But it's a really killer record. I've heard a lot of, since the video. I've listened to it on YouTube, and I was like, God damn, that's fucking awesome. And I found it in the wild down there, actually. It was really awesome. There are the guys right there. Killer record. Check René's video on it. Yeah. I'm having real high hopes for this, because I've heard like 3 songs on this thing. So, I didn't want to, preview it all, So, awesome. Then, like you do like a blind buy. You have to do it. You have to. You find something for cheap, and you just look at the cover and go like, I have to own that. And I've never heard of this band. Apparently, a lot of other people have. I don't know. I've been living under a rock or something. Skullview. Look at the damn cover. Come on. That's awesome. You're holding like a battle axe. It's actually a guitar with blood and shit on it, and skulls and dragons and man, I've heard like 1 track off of YouTube, and actually the guy that was living next to our tent, he flipped out when he saw this. Like, oh my yeah, heavy metal. I'm like, really? Have you heard this? I was like, yes. They've released like 6 or something albums. I've never heard of them, but yeah. So I've got high hopes for this thing. Yeah, awesome. Next up, another blind buy, but I bought this for like €4, something like that. 4 or 5 euros. And again, skulls and shit. I was like, dude, I'm in. Full of demons. And they're called Steel Attack. You can't fail with a name like that. Come on now. That's, and again, they've released like tons of albums. I've never heard of these guys before. Never. Like, why? I'm not really into power metal. Sure. Power metal's not really my thing, but it's not just power metal. They have from what I've heard, there's a lot of, like just good old heavy metal on there. There's not a lot of highs and stuff like that. It's actually, I've heard 2 songs over this. And again, the guy that lived, in a car next to, like, where we had our camp, we called him Saxon because he, like, covered the plastic of the damn car and just Saxon stickers and stuff. Like, he slept, I'm not kidding you, in a Saxon flag Crusader, awesome. And he was like, he lost his shit when he saw this. Like, yeah, he found out that sheep awesome, man. You should check out the entire catalog. I was like, they got a catalog, apparently. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Next up is a band that when I was a kid, I had a neighbor. He was really into Judas Priest and Iron Maiden, and his dad was equally into it, but more Deep Purple and stuff like that. But they like share that interest, and they made me tapes. It was really cool. And one of them, I remember, had a lot of Tyrant songs on it. This is a repress though, but I don't care. Look at the damn cover. Doesn't get more metal than that. Fight for Your Life. Wow. Awesome. Actually, I've heard most of this song on this thing. I haven't spun this particular record though. Those guys, man. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. Alright, cool. But the record I was really excited for when I saw it, which was my favorite record, this is Mean Machine by Tyrant. That's a cover. Come on now. Looked like a Conan film or something. I don't know. Arnold Schwarzenegger would be proud if he saw this. It's killer. It has really good songs on here and a bunch of bonus tracks. Actually, I believe the other one has it too. Again, re-releases by Ballad Cry Records. But, you know, I don't care which form I get it. I actually spun this a little bit in the car just to make sure that, you know, again, not empty bootlegs or something. Nope, really good quality. So, Tyrant. Awesome. Way back in the day, you know, like 20-something years ago, you know, really got into, you know, metal for the first time. You know, I wanted to hear everything. Still do. Nothing changed. And, you know, we were looking for, I guess, you know, Slayer a lot. You know, Slayer. Still Slayer. I love Slayer. But the Swedish version of it that we found back then, I don't know how. I'm not saying it was me, though. Probably through some fanzine or whatever. This is Hypnosia. Finally. Oh, damn. This is hard to get to. This is not hard to get, though. I believe, again, like this is a re-release or something. This is off of I Hate Records. That's Hypnosia right there. Cool, huh? Yeah. It's a demo compilation, much like the Sacrifice one I showed earlier. Really awesome. And again, I just checked for the sound quality. Really cool, so... Yeah, and I got it for cheap, too, so... But that's not really the record I was after, you know, because if it's one record that you need to have by Hypnosia, it's this one. And I found it for cheap, again, you know, by Hammer Hearts Records. And I do believe this is a re-release, you know, because Discogs, this is one original, it's way up there. But I got this for like 10 euros or something. Those are the guys right there. And the entire booklet is just like written with like thrash till death and stuff like that. And yeah, and has actually my favorite song of all time out of Sweden, anyway. And that's Circle Flesh. It's on this thing. You can find it on YouTube. It's brilliant. Fucking amazing. Alright, he makes everything. They have like tinge of black metal and tinge of death and just a whole lot of thrash, okay? So, yeah. Hypnosia. And then we come to old favorites of mine. Again, I got these guys on like mixtapes and stuff like that back in the day. Loved it. I had no idea what it was until I looked it up recently. And it was Iron Angel. And this is Winds of War. And again, re-released by Hammerheart. I don't give a shit. I didn't pay too much for this. And again, just checked it for the sound quality. Look at that damn print. Come on. That's awesome. That's the guys. Alright. So, yeah. And again, you know, if you have to have one, I do believe that you should get this, though. This is Hellish Crossfire. Yeah. And again, re-release Hammerheart, a bunch of bonus tracks on there, makes it all worth it. Didn't cost me much. It's killer, really good quality. All in all, just awesome. And like I said, we were at this festival, right? And Sweden Rockers isn't really like a festival for me, you know. But this year they had actually a couple of good bands. They usually do, you know, but the ticket price is usually like way up there, so it doesn't really make sense for me to go there. But Exodus were playing this year. I'm not, you know, Citro's not getting away from me this time. Sadly enough, though, Gary Holt couldn't make it because he hung out with his other side project or garage band or whatever, the Slave something. I don't know. Nah, I'm sorry, I stole that joke from Cetro. He actually put it like that, and yes, we all laughed because I was drunk. Okay, and they were actually meant to sign stuff down there. They had a signing, and they couldn't make it because God knows why. Didn't matter though, you know. Hey, shit happens, right? But I didn't bring anything for them to sign because I didn't know that they were going to sign stuff because I have a bunch of like Exodus record up there that I really want them to sign. But you know, when I was down there, though, I found something they could sign, so I bought it like before the signing. Obviously, it's kind of hard to buy it afterwards, but you know what I mean. So I bought the new one. because that was the only one they had, and actually on vinyl. Really cool. I did not own this on vinyl yet. I have listened to this one. It's a fucking killer. Come on, you know. And it's actually a gatefold. Just a picture of the guys down there. There we go. And it's the man with the side project. But all in all, great killer record. I've not listened to this in vinyl form yet, so I need to get to this one. But I've heard it and I love it. I'm not like one of those people like, oh, you know, I can't buy the new one on vinyl because, no, you need to buy this on vinyl. This is fucking killer. This is one of the best records ever. Like, I'm, if not the best, actually. I'm that fucking in love with this thing. And I'm gonna end it on like a local note, if you will. At some weeks ago, I talked to like these guys from Gothenburg. They know people that I know, and blah 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 blah. You know, because the city's not really all that big. I live in Gothenburg. It's small, really. And yeah, I managed to get like a bunch of loot for sheep or something. I paid full fucking price, you bastards. Well, first of all, you know, you need a patch. Come on, you need a patch, especially when it looks like this. Yeah, and they play jazz. That's what it says right there. No, they play old school speed metal, and it doesn't get more old school than buying it on tape. That's the only way you can get this. I love it. This is the limited edition, the yellow one. 8 out of 25 pieces. I don't know if these sold out yet, but they actually released this on red tape, which actually, in my opinion, looks cooler, but you know, whatever. And it's actually cheaper, and I do believe that I have still a lot of them left on Jawbreaker Records. So yeah, check these guys out. Armory. And now I mentioned, you know, like shops and stuff. When I was down there, I bought most of these things, most of these records, both, you know, re-releases and originals from these guys here at Metal Mail Order. You think I would remember that? MetalMailOrder.com. And these guys that I personally love, I've seen them at, you know, Muscle Rock and whatever, you know, they're all over the place. Swedish guys, really cool. It's I Hate Records. Yeah, ihate.se, but you know, it's a Swedish site, but you can actually like click on it and it will turn into like English or whatever, or like Martian. I don't know. Yeah. So that's it. And good on you, René, for reaching 1,000 subscribers. I've been subscribing to you for like a year and a half now. And really cool, really awesome videos. And good luck to you, my man. And as you always end it, stay metal forever.